The muscle up. Simplified. Step 1. Jump up onto a pull-up bar. Step 2. Pretend you're 5 years old again and you're jumping out of the side of a pool. I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? Pretty easy. The muscle up. Slightly less simplified. Prerequisites. As always, people, please make sure you're taking care of yourself before you start. No shoulder injuries, no wrist injuries. Your elbow better not be falling off. Please take care of yourself before starting this. When it comes to skills, I highly recommend 8 to 10 pull ups with good technique and even trying to get them a little bit more explosive. Getting your chin above the bar is great, but if you can get your chest closer to the bar, you're definitely in good shape to start muscle up training. Also, weighted pull ups are a great start for muscle ups. If you can do 5, 10, 15, up to 45 pounds, this will help build explosiveness. Technique. In this video, we're going to be covering strict muscle ups, or as calisthenics people call it, just muscle ups. For other communities like CrossFit, they might be doing kipping muscle ups, but for our sake, we're going to be doing straight up and down using only our upper body. In this video, we will also only be covering bar muscle ups, not ring muscle ups, so you'll need to find another video for ring muscle ups specifically, though there is some carryover from this video you may wish to know. To start, you can either jump up onto a bar, which is good for getting a little extra momentum, or going off of a box, which is better if you want to get a little bit better of a grip to start. Next, you want to use your momentum to your advantage. As you're swinging outward, you want to be like a pendulum. When your body starts coming back towards the bar, use that momentum to start your pull upward. With momentum on your side, you now want to think explosive. Squeeze the bar as hard as you can and pull. From here, your scapula should be protracted, so that'll be out in front, almost squeezing your chest together and using that to go around the bar. Think about it if you're at a clock. Most people would think going from 6 o'clock up to 12, but here we're actually going to try to go from 7 o'clock up to 1 o'clock. Once you start to lose steam, this is when you need to attempt the transition. You'll throw your wrists forward along with your chest, and your body might turn into a very extended C shape to try to get over the bar and be able to hold yourself there. Then all you need to do is dip and get yourself to the very top. If you didn't have enough of a pull, you won't be able to make the transition. Or if you didn't have enough confidence when you were transitioning, you might not be able to get it either. These are areas you can work on in our progression section. Progressions. The muscle up can be broken down into 3 different components: the pull up, the transition, and the dip. You don't really need to do any specific dip training, although if you do push ups or any dips on the side, this can be helpful just for your confidence, but we won't need to focus that much in this section. For pull ups, your main focus should be on explosiveness. You want to be able to get at least your chest to the bar before you attempt this. I'd highly recommend doing your pull up training where you're trying on your first reps to go as high as possible, or adding in weighted pull ups so that way when you do regular pull ups, you feel lighter and more explosive. These two in combination are going to be your best bet for getting towards the muscle up, especially while practicing a protracted scapula. This is the technique that you're using to get around the bar, and you want to make sure that you're mimicking it when you're training. For the transition, you really want to focus on being able to shift your grip and get your chest forward. What I did when I was practicing was I actually got a tall enough box to jump over the pull up bar. This let me practice going from a pull up grip into a dip grip. You have to get your wrists basically on top of the bar from being below, and that way you'll be able to catch yourself. Sometimes you just need repetitions of doing it, even if you look a little silly at times, to actually get it done. If you don't have access to this, it's all good. You can use a couch or a counter or even going to the pool. All you need to do is just try to mimic the portion where you are shifting your wrist from one position to the next. If you're really confident, you might be able to skip this step altogether, but I really enjoyed being able to jump off the box and know that I can do it. Programming. The muscle up is one of those exercises you want to do at the start of your workout. It is an explosive movement that uses explosive muscles that tend to die out much quicker than your other muscle groups that are more endurance based. For this, I recommend 2 to 3 days a week of specific training. you'll want to do your explosive pull-ups or weighted pull-ups at the start of your training and follow that with any particular transition-based work afterwards. This is a pretty simple strategy, but if you can keep doing it consistently over time, once you start doing muscle up attempts, you should be fine with that. Once you start getting higher pulls, you can start doing muscle up attempts at the start of your workout, but don't overtest as this will impact the rest of your workout. Definitely just go based on feel. If you're feeling explosive, go for an attempt. Otherwise, stick to the basics. Ultimately, the muscle up is really freaking cool to do and can be very impressive if you're not kipping and you keep a straight, consistent looking form. You look like you're exploding like a rocket ship to the moon. And it's an awesome feeling once you get your first muscle up. I remember looking out from over the top of the bar, looking down around the gym at the 4 people that happened to be in that day. And yeah, I'm glad no one made eye contact because I probably looked very crazy. But it's one of those movements that you definitely will remember the first time you're able to accomplish it. Thank you to those who made it to the very end of the video. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for future content. And leave a comment down below. Did you enjoy the video? Was there anything I should change for future ones? And what's your progress with the muscle up? Is it something you're working towards or something that you want to start in the future? Let me know. I really enjoy the conversations and getting to know what your guys' progress are on these movements. Have a good one, everyone. Let's muscle up to the moon.